Every season begins the same way, with a launch into the unknown. But what happens next depends on instinct, grit, and the will to outlast the rest. This year, the paths of victory were as diverse as the champions who rose from them. From rivers to reservoirs,
There's a 10-pounder!
there was one finish line. Some survived against the odds. Others dominated, while all were chasing the same dream. This isn't just bass fishing. It's proving you belong.
Looking to get it done, get loud from Brookville, Indiana, Bill Lowen.
In over 2 decades with the Bassmasters, Elite Series veteran Bill Lowen has carved his name into B.A.S.S history as one of the sport's most relentless and consistent competitors. His first Elite Series title in 2021 was a huge moment, one of the most important stops on the journey. But when he pulled up to the St. Johns River, it wasn't about the past. It was about another round of proving that patience, precision, and an unwavering commitment to a game plan is still the way to get yourself into contention for a blue trophy. From the jump, it was all Lowen, no frills. He stuck to his strengths, read the water like a man who's seen it all, and adjusted to conditions with the steady hand of someone who knows what it takes to make it to the top. On day number 1, Bill Lowen set the tone, securing 21 pounds, 5 ounces. It wasn't so much a statement as a reminder that Lowen was here to play.
You know, I think when we think of Florida, we definitely don't think about fishing on a river, and that's exactly what the St. Johns River is. To me, it's a very intimidating river. It's very long. There's a big one. I mean a big one. Stay on, girlfriend. And it has a lot of options. Time to go swimming, right? I mean, it looks like you could stop anywhere and catch a bass. Come on, I need you. I need you bad. But it offers a big variety of wood and lily pads and springs and current, and it's a tidal, you know, and tidal can be really confusing too. We get to go fishing tomorrow. I need that one. Of all the rivers that we fish on, this one's probably the most intimidating for me. Over there and try to get her. Right here, right here, yes. Flipping jig down the throat. I missed this fish earlier on a swim jig. Come back over there, threw the flipping jig in there. We got her. Come on, come this way, come this way, come this way. Come here, come here. Unbelievable right now. Look at that. Zoom super speed crawl, winding it as slow as you can, and big girls are eating it.
By day 2, Lowen wasn't waiting around. He dug in with a massive 24-pound, 4-ounce haul. He was in the lead and setting the stage for a real fight to the finish.
What's going through my head always in Florida when there's a cold front is that the fish are going to lock down. You know, I've been in a really good position a lot of times in Florida to have cold fronts or big winds kind of trash my areas and take me out of the game. So with that being said, when this kind of stuff happens, cold fronts, that's always in the back of my mind. It's number 5, it's a limit.
With each day, the challenge grew. The aftermath of a cold front threatened to derail his efforts. But Lowen remained focused.
There's a big one.
Navigating obstacles and fine-tuning his timing of the tides with the patience and resilience that have defined his career.
Gotcha. Yes! One big bite changes the day right there. I was pleasantly surprised the last 3 days now on the caliber of fish that are in there. Problem I'm facing is the tide is very important. When that tide gets to the right level is when I'm getting all my big bites, and it's getting later and later every day. And that didn't happen today till about noon, which is gonna make it happen tomorrow at about 1. So I got a little window to catch them big ones. Typically when I'm in this situation, I'm nervous as can be. And for whatever reason, I'm just like cool, calm, and collective, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's because I've been out here for 20 years or maybe I've come to the maturity to think that all you can do is go out there and catch what you can catch. If God wants you to win, you're going to win.
Then came Championship Sunday. The still cold water temps slowing the bite to a crawl, turning every cast into a test of will. But Lowen, a man who knows that true champions don't just survive, they finish, stuck to his plan, weathering the toughest conditions yet.
But I'm just going to go fishing. I'm fishing my comfort zone. I'm fishing my style. So with that being said, I'm just going to go have fun. I'm not going to worry about it. All I can do is finish 10th. Can't fall any further than that. Come here. Got me one. I got me one. I got me a big one. I got me a big one. 672. What that does, it just gives you the confidence to know you're doing the right thing and to be like on the St. Johns River in the right place at the right time when that tide gets right. But the power of a big fish, it's unbelievable.
With a 4-day total of 73 pounds, 14 ounces, Bill Lowen held on to secure his second Elite Series title. Proof that experience, patience, and adaptability win championships.
$25 bill doubles down.
Lowen's second Elite Series victory wasn't about a breakout moment or another flashy win. It was a culmination of years of work, grit, grind, and an almost obsessive dedication to his craft. Another blue trophy in hand, he's proven again that in this game it's not about how you start. It's about how you persist, adapt, and finish the job. Lake Okeechobee, a place where the water can stretch out like an endless sheet of glass, hiding secrets in its weedy depths. It's big, it's wild, and for the right angler, it's full of absolute giants. But this lake doesn't just hand out trophies. It demands something first. Patience, precision, and the ability to see what others have missed. Most anglers came here hoping to survive, to grind, to battle. But Brandon Palaniuk, he wasn't just another angler. He was the prodigy. A name he had earned, and at Lake Okeechobee, a name he was about to cement in history. Every great performance starts the same way, with a stage, an audience, with a first move that sets the tone for everything that follows. Day one wasn't about heroics. It was about control, feeling the water, allowing the lake to speak first. Palaniuk listened.
23 pounds, 7 ounces.
Third place. Some would have called that a great start. But the prodigy? Well, he called it a beginning. Lake Okeechobee is unpredictable. The morning fog delay cost anglers precious time. Some stress under this kind of pressure.
It's been a while since I was in the running.
But the prodigy? Well, he didn't just fish this tournament. He orchestrated it. The single biggest 5-fish limit ever recorded at an Elite Series event on Lake Okeechobee. The kind of bag that doesn't just move you up the leaderboard, it redefines the tournament.
Setting the record for the biggest 5-fish limit on Lake Okeechobee for, Bassmaster Elite Series history is pretty wild. So pretty good. Yes! Literally just right under the trolling motor.
This wasn't just a competition anymore. This was domination.
Get up, that's a big one. Please stay on there.
Anybody can have a big
Please
day.
stay on there.
But what
That's a
separates
big one.
the greats?
Oh, don't jump, don't jump.
It's the ability to do it again.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This thing is huge.
To lead a tournament, it takes constant adjustment and changes.
Come here, come here. Oh my gosh! Let's go, dude. Dude! Look at that! Look at that thing! Woo! My gosh, what a special fish. Got her, biggin'. Oh my gosh. Don't you jump. That's another 9 or so. Please stay hooked up. Please stay up. No. Oh, I got her right here. No. Come here. That one's bigger than the last one. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Biggin'. That is I'm gonna get choked up. Oh. There she is. Another John. Come here. Oh, she might be 8. Oh my gosh. What is happening? This is the most epic day I have ever had.
Boom, double guns loaded, and Palaniuk shoots the lights out here on day number 2. You just witnessed history. Wow, 34-10, a new record.
Day 3 was about composure, about proving that day 2 wasn't a fluke. Palaniuk did exactly that. So how's he doing it? Smart decisions? Precision? He's using Hummingbird's LakeMaster VX mapping to find subtle depth changes others have overlooked.
All of that is feedback to allow me to understand what I need to do, which bait I should pick up. Are they up high in the water column? Maybe I'll throw the glide or jerk bait. Are they down? Maybe throw a crankbait or a worm.
He's playing the patience game, waiting for big fish to commit.
Number 2.
The Mega 360 allows me to understand the bottom and how it lays out, and really gives me a good picture of why those fish are there and how they're using that area, how they're utilizing it.
He's throwing baits with intention. Big swim baits, glide baits, stuff that tempts only the right kind of bass.
Got her.
It's not luck, it's mastery.
Start fighting.
Another 23-pound limit, another dominant performance. His total, 81 pounds, 1 ounce. His lead, 18 pounds, 3 ounces. In professional bass fishing, that wasn't just a lead. It was something undeniable. The prodigy wasn't just living up to his name. He was setting a new standard for it.
Got him. Oh my God.
Every great moment has a final act. And the great ones, you don't just see them.
There she is.
You feel them coming.
I've kind of, changed. I've kind of adjusted my baits, my colors, techniques, as I've seen the fish either blown up on bait or I've watched them on my Mega Live 2 and how they're positioning through 15 years of experience. Say that fish should eat this bait better than that bait.
Keep your mouth full of water.
Palaniuk didn't panic, didn't chase.
Yes.
This sport isn't just about skill. It's about instinct. It's about knowing when to take risks and when to hold back. And right now, Brandon Palaniuk is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Oh, we need that bite so bad. Take your time. This is probably $100,000 right here.
Professional bass fishing can be unpredictable. You can make all the right moves and still come up short. For years, they called him the Prodigy, a nickname born out of raw talent. But today, that name wasn't just a label. It was a statement, a fact.
Get in here.
But Palaniuk, he was too locked in, too in sync.
Please get on that. Oh gosh. Please. Got her. I got her. Oh my gosh, it's a giant. I got her on the glide. On the boss. Come here. Come here. Yes! Woo!
No matter the outcome, his performance was already unforgettable.
Woo!
If you know Brandon Palaniuk, you know he was here to win.
That could be $100 grand right there, guys. That could be $100,000 and a blue trophy and a dang good feeling.
With 95 pounds and 4 ounces, Brandon Palaniuk has sealed the deal.
Some anglers spend their careers chasing moments like this. But Palaniuk, he didn't chase, he owned it. This wasn't just a win. It was precision, it was vision, it was dominance. It was another peak performance from the prodigy.
Yeah, I'm someone who came all the way up the Bassmaster ranks. I started in 8th grade in Bassmaster High School. We started a team at my local high school. From there, I went to college at University of Montevallo to pursue my fishing dreams. I had a brain abscess infection in my brain. That whole deal started at Pickwick at the Bassmaster National Championship. Started having pains and stuff. Just went to bed with a slight headache, and then I woke up the next morning and it was incredible pain, but ended up making it through the National Championship. And then I went back to school the next week, kind of got moved in and everything, and then I went downhill pretty quick from there, sleeping like all day long, not leaving bed, not eating. And then I went into urgent care, and they told me it was a migraine, just gave me steroid shots and stuff. I went to bed and woke up the next day back to normal. A couple days went on, nothing got better, so I went into the ER. That's when they told me there's a mass in my brain. They transported me by ambulance to UAB. And then that's where shortly after, I learned I had an abscess and sent me into surgery right away. I was in the hospital for a week just feeling terrible, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way I'm gonna make it. Moved home for a couple of weeks to heal up, and somehow, some way, we made it here. Me wanting to be here so bad, probably. We worked with a bunch of different doctors, worked together and came up with a whole bunch of ideas and got me feeling better pretty quick, so I'm super grateful for that.
At 20 years old, Easton wasn't thinking about surgeries or survival.
Got the hardest one all the way, fish number 1.
He was thinking about bass fishing, about his dream of one day standing on the Bassmaster Classic stage. For most, this would have been the end of the story. For Easton, it was just the beginning. In just 2 months after brain surgery,
Easton Fothergill,
he shocked the fishing world.
University of Montevallo, punches his ticket to the 2024 Bassmaster Classic.
Oh my God, so proud of you.
It's not going to sink in. We're also going to get you a truck. Toyota Dynamics going to get you a brand new Toyota Tundra. We're going to get you one of them brand new Z20 Nitros, brand new. We're going to rig it out. We're going to get it all decked out. Now you can give Dad back his boat. You got your own, my friend, and you're a classic bound, my friend. Congratulations, bud.
At the 2024 Classic, he wasn't just there to compete. He was there to prove something. To himself, to the sport.
All across the country, this young man has overcome so much to be here.
A 16th place finish was just a preview of what was to come.
And that's the tournament that really changed my life. And you know, I had a great season on the Bassmaster Open Series. I qualified for the Elite Series. I won 2 Opens last year, which is why I'm here today. But all this revolves around winning that College Classic bracket tournament, which obviously changed my life for sure.
The momentum continued. Consistent performances throughout the season earned him the Elite Qualifier Angler of the Year title, a recognition of his skill and perseverance. March 2025 marked a pivotal moment. Competing in the Bassmaster Classic at Lake Ray Roberts near Fort Worth, Texas, Easton was poised for a breakthrough. Anglers faced challenging conditions, including gusty winds. Easton adapted his tactics, demonstrating his resilience among the world's best anglers, landing in 3rd place for the first day.
Yeah, so to even be in this position is a dream come true. Like I said a million times, I want to be the person to show the kids that it is possible. I came from the high school and the college ranks, and I want to be the person to show them that it is possible. If you work hard and you dream big, I'm here to tell you it's 100% possible. You just have to chase your dreams, and you can achieve anything you may desire.
Minnesota.
The Bassmaster Classic is not won in a day. It's a marathon, a battle of endurance, strategy, and heart. Easton Fothergill was ready.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh my, I got her. Oh, please, oh my God. Oh. Yes! That one was on the surface. First one I've seen like that all week. Just ignited on it. For me, it's always been my dad that's inspired me. He started me fishing at an extremely young age. He's extremely competitive, just like I am. Always wants to go out there and win. We fished all around Minnesota as I grew up. And, you know, then I kind of ventured on to Alabama to pursue college fishing, but still, he's always been right there with me. We're making some ground now, boys. Always the first to congratulate me, always the first to tell me to get my butt in gear. So, but it's definitely my dad. That's my biggest motivator and my biggest supporter. Giant. I truly believe that, you know, fishing, it's an individual sport in part, but I believe it's more than that. You definitely need a great support system behind you in order to do this. And, you know, I'm super thankful to have such a great support system back home, my family, and you know, it really motivates me because I really want to perform for them. My main thing is I just have to stay focused 100% of the day. We got a shot to win tomorrow, boys. You know, every minute, every second counts for me because I'm not getting many bites. Oh my gosh. I've never shaked like this before. All I can do tomorrow is just go out there and work hard, and like I said, keep an open mind and be willing to adjust. If I do that, I really do think the bites will come, and I just have to capitalize on them. Boom!
Ain't no other choices, so you might as well. Don't cry for help. Time will tell. It's up to you how you define yourself.
With a nearly 30-pound bag, he amassed a total of 54 pounds, 5 ounces, taking the top spot going into the final day of competition.
I mean, it's a dream come true, really, to even be in this position. I've had so many moments today, like, I have to pinch myself, like, is this really happening, sort of thing. It's insane. It's unbelievable. You know, we're in Texas, and one big bite is everything out here. You know, they're swimming everywhere, and that's what you're gonna need to be victorious tomorrow, is one big bite. My passion for fishing is undeniable. I mean, it's all I think about, truthfully. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I think about, you know, for me, I'm so competitive, I'm so tournament-driven. I think about the next tournament and what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna attack practice. You know, just how to better myself. I got one. There's times today where I thought it wasn't possible. They're acting so weird. I've been around them all day. You know, I was not in a good mental state at times today. And I knew, just like we said yesterday, I just gotta work hard. And if it's meant to be, it'll happen. Like I've said a million times, the opportunity is there and it's possible if you work hard. I mean, I'm living proof. Now we need our 7. I also just get this gut feeling like, let's just go check where we checked this morning. You know, maybe something's happening there. I knew, just like we said yesterday, I just gotta work hard, and if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And sure enough, 2:30, I landed the 8-pounder that, you know, completely turned my day around. Got her. Come on, baby, get out of there. Big and giant. Giant, come on. I mean, I set the hook and it just didn't move. And I said, this is the tournament right here. Yes! 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 Let's go! Oh my God. That is a giant. Are you kidding me, bro? I mean, it's crazy to think. This time last year, I was still in college. Like, I was still at school. And, you know, the college classic bracket. You were with me for that. You got to see my life change. You know, I want to use my platform now to show any high school, junior, college kids that it is possible. I mean, I was in school a year ago and now look, so it's crazy what's possible as long as you work hard and stay dedicated, and anything's possible.
The second youngest classic champion in history. 76 pounds, 15 ounces, the highest winning weight in Bassmaster Classic history.
The excellence of Easton Fothergill.
From a hospital bed to the pinnacle of bass fishing, Easton Fothergill had done what no one thought possible.
I mean, having them jump in the boat with me after I won, that was, you know, one of my top life moments. They know how hard I've worked for this. You know, anything's possible, and I'm here to tell you that Bassmaster does provide the opportunity. You know, I started from the bottom. I started in high school, and I worked my way all the way up. High school, college, opens, and now elites and classic. It's unbelievable.
Your Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic champion.
Some rise with the current, others fight against it, defying the odds against the doubters, pushing against the tide. But the greatest champions, they chase dreams.
Here's a 10-pounder.
What if I told you that one man didn't just win, he went all in and changed the game forever? In a sport where ounces carve legacies and rivers often write the script, the Pasquotank didn't just witness greatness, it folded. Before he was an Elite Series angler, Kyle Welcher was a professional gambler. Poker, cold reads, high stakes, every decision measured, every outcome earned. And he plays to win. Kyle Welcher, the 2023 Angler of the Year, rolled into Elizabeth City not just with confidence, but with the perfect read. 30 pounds, 11 ounces. A hyper-local stretch of river barely a mile long. Cypress trees, isolated stumps. A spawning sanctuary no one else dared to stake their tournament on, but Kyle pushed his chips to the center.
And this is the bait I'm using this week. This is a Crush City Baits Bronco Bug. This is a black blue sapphire. The reason I choose this bait, I put it on a really light weight, I put it on a 1/4 ounce weight, and whenever it falls on that 1/4 ounce weight, it has a really unique swimming action in the water. I've never flipped a bait to bedding bass that they paid attention to better than this bait right here. Every single time I flip it in there, they go straight down and look at it, and it's just a matter of time before they bite it.
His 9-pound lead forced everyone to play catch up from the get-go, the kind of opening hand that forces everyone to rethink the game. While others gambled on unpredictable waters, Kyle's read was spot on. He wasn't just fishing a spot, he was fishing a formula. Every cast a calculated bet, and it paid off.
The lead to me is just kind of a stepping stone. Freaking giant. In the mouth, that freaking Bronco Bug, baby. I can hardly stand up, I'm shaking. And we're just 25% finished with the tournament. The lead's just kind of where we landed after one day.
Day 2 brought pressure. The weather shifted, competitors scrambled. But Kyle, he doubled down.
There's definitely something super special about where I'm fishing. The biggest key is that it's a lot flatter. It's the only flat place in this river, and this time of year they don't really want to be in the current and they want to be on flat stuff, so that's the key to the area that I'm fishing. In the mouth.
Same stretch, same bait, fishing for another 30-pound bag.
That's a good one.
He wasn't chasing luck, he was stacking chips.
Yeah, you know, it's been an absolute blast this week. I haven't caught fish like this since we went to Fort. I mean, it's just anywhere in the country, if you can go catch multiple 7-pounders in a day, it's an absolute blast. So it's just unbelievable that this place has that many big ones.
The river wasn't his opponent, it was his partner. He wasn't just surviving the pressure, he was applying it.
You know, yesterday the weather kind of affected my decision making a good bit because I ran around and I was trying to get out of it. I was trying to fish in it.
Day 2 saw the pressure build, but Kyle didn't flinch.
Golly, that sucker's strong. In the mouth. Dude, how big is that sucker? That's dangerous. Got it now. It's literally the stars have to align to even be in the top 5 of a tournament.
He doubles down on the dirty 30, back to back.
There's still half the tournament left, so we still got a lot to do, but it's been really fun so far.
Day 3, with the spawn on, the bite slowed for most. But Kyle, he already knew it was coming.
I knew that the more I ran around, the less time I was fishing. I really only got one little place that's got any good fish on it. So that's why I just hunkered down today. So whatever the wind does, however it blows, we're fishing that one place.
He wasn't bluffing. He was sitting on a monster.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, that's a freaking giant. Look at that freaking fish, dude. It's a 10-pounder.
$34 pounds, a 3-day total of 94 pounds, 14 ounces. A 33-pound lead. The kind of run that doesn't feel real, but every ounce was earned.
A lot of times whenever it's cold, that's like a perfect place for one.
Day 3 wasn't just about keeping the lead. It was about dominating. While others adjusted their tactics, Kyle remained calm. He was holding a winning hand, and he knew it.
I would have loved to have had 5 like that on day 1. That's how bad my practice was. And now we luckily get to throw them back. So I've been out here for a while now, and I have not won. I've been in contention a lot. I've had the bites a lot, but it just hasn't really all came together. And hopefully this week, we can make it come together.
By the end of day 3, the truth was simple. Kyle didn't even need to show up on Championship Sunday. The tournament was essentially his. But Kyle wasn't here to just coast to victory. He was here to make a statement. With the tournament in the bag, the win wasn't about numbers. It was about writing history.
Dude, give me some, baby. I got a freaking belt now.
A 45-pound, 7-ounce margin. The biggest in Elite Series history. In poker, it's rare to hold the winning hand 4 straight times. On the Pasquotank, Kyle Welcher did just that.
Pretty as it gets right there, son.
He read the river, he played the long game, and when it mattered most, he went all in. This wasn't just a tournament. It was an absolute masterstroke. It was a peak performance that will stand the test of time. Because when Kyle Welcher plays his hand, he doesn't just win. He defines what dominance looks like.
23 pounds, 14 ounces, giving him 118 pounds and 12 ounces. Wire-to-wire domination, and that one just made the greatest victory margin in Bassmaster history. North Carolina, let me hear you one more time.
Elite wins don't come easily. They come to those who are ready when the moment finally arrives. Paul Marks Jr. was more than ready.
Keep your eyes on this young pro.
Growing up on Lake Lanier, Marks learned the art of chasing spotted bass, where precision mattered more than power. From a young age, with his father by his side, Paul took to bass fishing, shaping a style built on patience, instinct, and just enough fire to push through pressure when it mattered most. At the 2025 Elite Series stop at Lake Hartwell, the pressure was higher than ever. Big names, big expectations, the heroes of the sport watching, but Paul Marks showed up with a quiet confidence.
Practice was actually pretty tough. We had pretty bad weather conditions for this time of year for like the herring spawn bite, just slick, sunny. It was pretty tough, but I rode around a lot and I just drove over those points with my trolling motor and looked to see what was there.
Day one, a fast start, pulling in a 5-pounder off a bed, then slipping offshore to pick apart feeding schools with a super fluke and a shaky head.
2 big largemouth I had today I caught off the bed, which I found yesterday. So tomorrow, hopefully catch a good bag of spots and go look the rest of the day, run into them.
19 pounds, 7 ounces. Third place. A message sent without a word. Day 2, the bite shifted. The herring spawn scattered.
I'm just gonna come out here and try to catch some spots, get a decent limit, and then I might go look later, or I might do this all day, depending on how big of spots I can catch, how quick. I probably should still be doing herring spawn stuff, but 3-pounder, so it helps. Seems like all little guys. He shrunk. Not a bad one, he shrank though. I thought he was like 4.5 when he jumped.
Paul Marks adjusted, chasing deeper fish, working a fluke stick junior with the finesse and focus of a skilled angler.
Yes. Pretty nice one. Pretty good. That's a nice goal, almost a pound, so it gets me up 16 something.
17 pounds, 4 ounces, up to second place.
Finally.
Day 3 brought adversity. Cloud cover, roaming bass. Marks stuck to what he trusted.
Not catching as many 3-pounders as I did yesterday morning, but it took a while to get going. We're gonna run around. I got some stuff that I haven't hit yet the past 2 days that hopefully is holding some big ones. Look how short he is. Hopefully I'll run into him. I'm just gonna stick to spots until I can get a good limit, and then I might go and largemouth fish. Maybe help. Oh, I got 2. One's a big one. The big one stayed on. That was pretty sweet. God, giant one. Oh gosh. Pretty nice spot. Whew. Super skinny one, but he's big. Talk about crushing it. Oh my gosh.
Steady, disciplined, finding just enough bites to stay in the hunt with 16 pounds and 5 ounces.
Could be a 4-pounder probably.
5 fish for Paul Marks, 16 pounds, 5 ounces.
Just run around this lake and run into some big ones. I'm gonna hit some new places. I'm gonna hit some places where I've caught some big ones, and hopefully there's some more reloaded there, and hopefully I run into some on some random places I'm gonna hit, because they live in here and it's possible to catch a big bag. Just gotta get lucky and get them to bite and get them in the boat. So super excited to get out there.
Final day, no room for mistakes. While others scrambled, Mark stayed true to the approach that brought him here. Move with the fish. Trust the instincts honed back home on Lanier.
That's not a bad one. It's about 2.5 pounder or so. My biggest one yet. I need a bunch more just like it. And a couple big ones. Finding them can be the hardest part sometimes, and getting them to bite. These fish are they're difficult to catch. He's not that big. Fought like a real big one right at first. Might help, just a little bit. There's some more out here than yesterday, and they're biting. So they're just not as big as they were the first couple days. So I need some big ones to show up or whatever. But they're chubby one. Nice little pre-spawn spot out here, like off the ends of some stuff, looking for big post and pre-spawn spots that are just around in the area, waiting for a big one to bite. Caught a lot of fish this morning, but you need some bigger ones. Come here, buddy. Big one, finally. Just finally a 3-pounder. Big old pretty spot. Favorite bass. Without a tag on it, so I always go down to the bottom. These are cool. Let's go. That's pretty important, but I need 3 more like that and then a really big one. Come here. Yes. Not bad. I think it'll help a little bit. Just a little. 2.5 pounds. This Cole's another pretty small one. I went and hit some brush piles. They didn't really seem that active, so now I'm just running some herring spawn stuff. So if we got a little bit of cloud cover, they might still be up here shallow.
Another solid bag, 15 pounds, 8 ounces.
I think it'll help.
And the trophy was his.
Pretty decent little upgrade.
Paul Marks didn't win with flash. He won with feel, with the kind of quiet, relentless drive that can solidify rookies into elites. This wasn't luck. It was preparation. And when opportunity knocked, Paul Marks Jr. didn't miss. Some lakes test your skill, others test your nerve. But only a few test your heart. Lake Fork is one of them. And in May of 2025, a 23-year-old rookie walked into that test and came out something more. Tucker Smith didn't arrive on the elites by accident.
Yeah.
From multiple dominant performances in both high school and college circuits, to the tough and grindy road of the Bassmaster Opens qualifications, his path was marked by preparation, composure, and making a name that bass fans were already beginning to remember. But his story runs deeper. Behind the mechanics and the mindset was the quiet influence of a legend, Aaron Martens.
I'd say my biggest fishing hero is Aaron Martens. That's why I wear the purple, but I was really close with him the short time that I knew him. You know, amazing dude, the most natural fisherman I've ever seen in my life, and he taught me a lot.
Aaron mentored Tucker with the same grace he brought to every cast. He taught him to think differently, to sharpen both his tool set and skill set.
He's taught me a lot about bass fishing. The biggest thing that he taught me was to have fun. One of the biggest things was paying attention to my side scan. That's one thing that he influenced me on, was use your side scan a lot, especially during practice, to find as much stuff as you can to catch fish.
That influence lives in every decision Tucker makes on the water. And on Lake Fork, it showed.
I didn't really think that I was in a position to win this tournament after having 25 pounds the first day. Hopefully we can get 5 good ones tomorrow, but these fish are super smart, but they're giant.
Always great to have you here, and I hope to have you here all the way through to Sunday once again.
Strong enough to stay close, steady enough to stay quiet. He was playing the long game.
After that, I ended up going back to the same places, and more fish just kept showing up. It kept getting better and better as that water stabilized.
On Friday, the calm cracked. He dropped over 34 pounds on the scales, and just like that, the rookie wasn't sneaking around anymore. He was charging.
34 pounds, 5 ounces.
That's the whole thing about these tournaments. You can't let anything get in your head. You have to keep fishing super hard.
By day 3, momentum was real.
6-pounder. That might be a 10-pounder, dude. Yeah, there's so many big fish in this place. I really wanted to catch an over coming into this tournament. Yeah! Let's go! There's so many big fish in it, but it's still stressful. It's tough. The place isn't easy.
Look at that beast.
You have to really hunt around for those big fish, and they're super, super smart. They're not easy to catch at all.
Holy smokes, boys.
I live at Gunnersville now, so I'm used to fishing offshore a lot. I'm used to, being around big fish out there, so it just kind of sets up the same way that I usually try to break down Gunnersville. So it sets up a lot similar, and it's just a fun place to be. There's so many big fish, but you get out there, and I think practice I scanned for 3 days straight. I barely made any casts, so I spent a lot of time behind the hummingbirds and scanned a ton and ended up finding a few new places. And then actually today, I pulled up on a couple of places that I had caught them yesterday, but it seemed like those fish had actually moved around. I had to re-find them, and it seemed like they were, changed depths today, so which is really cool.
Another 33-pound bag pushed him into striking distance, but still, he had his choice in a few different areas. The best, he believed, was still ahead.
Golly.
Mother's Day. The kind of day that makes moments bigger, brighter, more meaningful. And from the first cast, Tucker fished like someone who understood what was on the line.
I still know how to throw a bait caster, boys.
Not just a trophy, but a thank you to everyone who had helped him reach this point. A mom, a mentor, a memory.
I knew I had to crack a giant bag, so that's what I tried to do. I kind of fished free. Didn't have much stress, just because I wasn't leading the tournament.
Holy smokes, boys.
Yeah! I thought that I needed a massive bag to win, so I just hit everything that I could to try to catch the biggest bag possible.
Tucker zeroed in on the shad spawn and mixed things up with a swim jig and bait casters. He found a solid jig bite, while also employing the finesse approach that brought him success throughout the week. By noon, it was clear. He wasn't just contending. He was conquering.
I kept running the same stuff. I finally got in that really good rotation that final day, and I got it down to the hour of when I should pull up on these places. And I got better and better out of each day to see when these fish would pull up and bite and group up the most. And that final day, the water was the most stable that we have had. The water level was coming down, the water was getting cleaner, and they weren't pulling a ton of current, so those fish actually grouped up and showed up really well in the graph. I was able to position my boat in the right areas, the same areas that I was fishing the last 3 days, but those fish, there was more there, more fish than been there all week.
34 pounds, 14 ounces, the best fishing day of his career.
That's something that I try to do every day that I'm on the water, is have a good time. We've got people fighting for our lives across seas, and we're here being able to fish bass tournaments. So just to be able to do this for a living it's amazing. And that's one thing that Aaron taught me, was never take anything for granted, and just be happy that we're fishing tournaments and that we get to do this for a living.
127 pounds, 8 ounces, a Century Club belt, a first elite trophy, and a rookie no more.
The trophy and the whole ceremony, the whole weigh-in was unbelievable. It was so eye-opening to see, all the fans and the crowd and everybody getting pumped up. It was so cool. It felt like a dream, just because my position, I was 8 pounds back, and to be able to hoist that trophy at the end of the day, It was surreal and one of the best moments of my life for sure. Aaron Martin's winning on Mother's Day and then me winning on Mother's Day as well. It was, I didn't even think about it until Mercer said it, because obviously I remembered that tournament at Havasu when he won on Mother's Day, and it broke me down.
Some wins are just weight on a scale. Others are more. Lake Fork became the place where a young man proved he belonged, where talent met timing, where legacy could meet the next chapter.
It wasn't a coincidence. Aaron he was pumped for sure, and he told me that I was gonna win one of those blue trophies one day, and to be able to do that, it's unreal.
Aaron Martin's never fished for the spotlight, but his influence echoes in those who do it right, who fish hard, who fish free, who fish with heart. And on one perfect week in May, Tucker Smith honored that spirit with every cast.
There's a good one.
Amid the tour's flashiest arenas, perhaps the toughest win of the 2025 Bassmaster Elite Series,
That's a good one.
Didn't come from flash or fame. It came from a man who never stopped grinding. In professional bass fishing, there's no tougher crucible than the Sabine River. Muddy, stingy, relentless. It doesn't just reward talent, it tests endurance. Some anglers call it difficult. Pat Schlapper called it a chance to prove something. Raised on the cold water lakes of northern Wisconsin, Schlapper's story wasn't born from privilege, it came from persistence. For years, Schlapper balanced a career as a fishing department manager at Shields with weekend tournaments. But in 2020, at the age of 37, he made a life-altering decision. He left his job to chase a dream. He walked away from a steady paycheck, and in a sport that doesn't wait for late bloomers, he earned his shot the hard way. That leap of faith paid off. He won the 2020 Bass Nation Championship, earning a spot in the Elite Series and the Bassmaster Classic. Fast forward to 2025. The Sabine River, known for its challenging conditions, was the stage for Schlapper's most grueling test. Day one at the Sabine isn't about domination. It's about survival. With falling water and heavily pressured fish, Schlapper leaned on a custom-made 3/8-ounce jig and a Big Bites trailer.
And this is the bait that I've been catching most of my fish on. It is a 3/8-ounce Do-It Molds compact finesse jig. I actually made it myself specifically for this tournament with the hook, the fine cut skirt material, and then I'm putting a Big Bite Baits sapphire blue chunk on there. So real good bait, super compact, downsized, special for the Sabine.
Day one saw Schlapper spend his entire day fishing a bridge near the Taylor Slough area. His reward, a 4-pound, 5-ounce kicker.
12 pounds, 2 ounces, 12-2. And Pat Schlapper is leading the Maxim Tire Bassmaster Elite at the Sabine River.
On a fishery that rarely gives, Schlapper found just enough. Day two is when the squeeze begins. Tougher conditions. The Sabine tightens its grip.
And we might have one.
The bites come fewer for many. The noise in your head gets louder.
We might have one.
But Pat didn't force it. He stayed methodical even when the time felt thin.
He should be 12-incher.
Looks like it.
Chip away and then wait for them big ones to bite. It's a shopping cart, and that's where I caught that 4.5 yesterday, or 4 whatever yesterday. It was actually up a little further, but yeah, the old shopping cart pillar. There's a good one. Good one. Good one. Come on, baby. Look at that thing. That's a Sabine River tank, baby. Yeah. Secret bush. That's one of the ones we need. That's like 3 fish right there.
He knew he had to return to the scene of his first-round success, but knowing when and how to adjust enabled him to maintain his lead on day 2. Along with location changes, Schlapper also adjusted his bait presentations.
To me, you know, if I'm going down the bank flipping with my left hand versus someone with their right hand, there's going to be some angles that are easier for me to reach than someone flipping with their right hand. So I kind of feel like when I go behind somebody, I feel like I'm maybe going to pitch to some stuff that, it's a chunker there, boy, that they wouldn't get to. Quite a fight there, huh? Oh, that's a solid one, dude. That's rock solid. That's Sabine gold, baby. That's not bad. Troubling.
Day 1 saw him catch all of his fish on his custom finesse jig.
I mean, that's a solid Sabine chunk one right there, boy.
Schlapper tried the jig again on day 2, but the response was less than enthusiastic.
We had to feed him the old robo worm. That's a good one, dude.
8 pounds, 7 ounces.
That makes it.
Still on top, still grinding.
They're just not getting this jig.
Out here, patience isn't a trade.
That's a good one. Good.
It's a weapon.
Get out of here, boy.
Day 3, the wall. By day 3, this river begins to protest for you. Your mind second guesses. This is the wall, and the Sabine builds it higher than most. Schlapper demonstrated the drive for Blue Trophy ownership by enduring a lean third day. Round 1 saw him catch all of his fish at a bridge near Taylor Bayou. That structure produced part of his day 2 limit, but the rest coming from shallow shoreline cover. Schlapper tried his bridge again on day 3, but it did not yield any keeper bites. Grinding through a stingy day, Schlapper found himself with only 4 fish with a little over 5 pounds at 1 o'clock.
All right.
Coming close to missing his top 10 spot, Schlapper's day took a dramatic turn when he caught a 3-5 shortly after 1 o'clock.
There we go. Good one. Good one. Really good one. Yes! Oh, that's a tank. Oh my God, yes! Yes, we're fishing tomorrow. Yes, yes! Baby, yes!
8 pounds, 9 ounces. Enough to hang on to the lead, barely.
Cows are standing, baby.
Every decision mattered. Every ounce counted.
8 pounds, 9 ounces!
This wasn't a sprint. It was a marathon. Day 4, the closer. Championship Sunday. Gray skies, just enough wind to roll the dice. Tying on a Brazalo clacking buzzbait. Gold blade, black toad, no finesse, no apologies. What unfolded was an old-school river rat assault.
Yes! Oh, that's a solid one, dude. It's one of the ones we need. Good one. Good one. Yes!
He fished it fast, loud, angry.
I mean, then not a bad one. I mean, that ain't a bad one.
The river bit back. Was it hard enough?
There we go. Good. Nice one, that keeper. Yeah. Thought he was bigger than that. Yeah, he's for sure 12, isn't he?
9 pounds, 10 ounces. Enough to finish the job. Enough to finish his race.
He made it through the Opens and the Bass Nation. A 4-time Classic qualifier. A former Bass Nation national champion. Wire-to-wire domination. And Schlapper seals the deal.
38 pounds, 12 ounces over 4 days. No heroics, no shortcuts. Just commitment to an old-school river grind. He didn't just win the Sabine, he outlasted it. And for a working man from Wisconsin who bet on himself late, maybe that's the best victory of all.
We started with 102. 50 went out yesterday, 10 went out today, and there is one. Schlapper seals the deal in Orange, Texas.
Some people say there are no second chances in pro sports. When your shot fades, you fade with it. But what if the story didn't end at the fall? What if it began again with just 1 ounce? By late 2024, Wes Logan was done. Questioning if he even belonged. After a high-speed crash at Lake Champlain, the hull held up. His confidence didn't. The pain was more than physical. At times he thought about whether it was time to walk away. 4 years. That's an eternity in the mind of an Elite Series pro.
Man, to win, like after winning, looking back on that week, like so many things have to go right. You can't make it happen and you can't keep it from happening. And if it's me, so be it. And if it's for somebody else, I'll congratulate them, and they did a wonderful job.
2025, Eastern Oklahoma, Lake Tenkiller. A hidden gem in June. Steep banks, rock spines, and post-spawn mystery. Most of the field predicted deep water games, sonar, forward-facing, schools. But Logan saw something else. Flooded brush, dirty water, tight quarters. It wasn't just structure, it was him.
It's got beautiful water unless it floods, and then it turns into, I don't even think chocolate milk would describe it. It's more of a red clay. We're having an odd year where just the whole country's getting a tremendous amount of rain. So as small as it is, it's got a lot of bass. So, junk fishing's kind of setting up for that kind of, tournament.
He didn't find hundreds of fish, but he found the right ones. 2 laydowns, 1 stretch of brush, 1 magic tree, as he called it. And for the first time in a long time, Wes Logan believed again.
With 14 pounds, 12
It's changing literally by the hour. It's fixing to get tough. With that being said, all that rain, it's going to open some things up for some guys, and it's going to close the door on some things for some other anglers.
Day 1, 14 pounds, 12 ounces. Solid start. Good enough for 11th. Quietly in range. Day 2, 15-13. He climbs to 5th. Still in it, but no spotlight. And then came day 3. Day 3 was a dogfight. Lake Tenkiller fought back.
Pretty spot.
Winds shifted. The water dropped. What had been a predictable bite turned tricky for many.
Oh, it's a big one. And, I knew some areas that was holding some fish, and just figure out how to catch them every day. It's raining, boys. It's raining.
Bait scattered. Some pros chased suspended fish offshore. But not Logan. He stayed shallow. And the laydown still gave just enough. 1 fish at a time, all flipping, all earned. By the end of day 3, 15 pounds, 9 ounces. He sat in 3rd place. Right behind a red-hot rookie who hadn't tripped once, Andrew Loberg. Loberg had led wire to wire. Logan, he needed Sunday to be something special. Then came the storm. Literally, thunder cracked, rain pounded, Tenkiller turned nasty. Many anglers adjusted. Some played it safe. Some spun out. Wes Logan doubled down.
So I got into the marina. I haven't fished in there in the tournament. I knew there was some fish in there. I didn't know how many. I knew there was good quality though. Fishing up the other side, and I'm literally within 2 slips. Like I'm fixing to leave. Like I need to get out of here. And I catch that good smallmouth, and it just kind of, I was like, well, maybe I need to go around the corner. And I catch another to like 211 largemouth. It kind of settled me down a little bit. I was like, okay, they're still here. Maybe the weather's got them a little messed up. Because literally when I got in there, it was so dark and raining so hard, the lights were still on in the marina like it was at night. I thought to myself, maybe like those fish still think it's somewhat night and they're out there roaming, and the higher the sun will get a little bit, they'll get closer to the marina before they stop fighting. That area up the lake seemed to reload. Like I wouldn't catch very many, but every time I would go down through there, I would catch one off just in a different place. I would always get a good bite every time I went down it. It was a place that I saw the first day of the tournament, and I'm looking at it, and there's a waterfall in the back of it. I'm like, this just looks like a place a big fish would live. It was a cool deal. It's the only bite I got there, so it was the right one for sure. That's a really big fish on this lake.
One flip, one bite. A 5-pound, 1-ounce giant. His biggest of the tournament, and the exact fish he needed to make it real.
The 212 actually came from a different place, a pocket. I just had a feeling I needed to run over there, ran over there, caught that one. It kind of settled me down a little bit. 30 minutes later and went to my magic tree, caught that 3.6. I didn't have time to put it into bass track. That's one of the real, probably the most key catch of the whole week was that one right there at the last little bit.
Andrew Loberg brought 13-13 to the scale. A strong Sunday, he'd done his part. Logan stepped up, bag in hand, silent, focused. 16 pounds, 14 ounces. He did it. By 1 ounce, after 4 years of questions, he answered all of them. This one was different. It wasn't about proving anyone wrong. It was about proving himself right. He said, fishing the way I grew up with my dad was truly meant to be.
A 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Man, you have been through so much. It's so easy to watch you on stage at your big moments like this, but everybody that has seen you, you have battled, you have fought, you are truly a working class hero.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me think, like, I mean, back at Champlain, dude, I shouldn't even be here, honestly. Like, so for anybody that's out there, like, if you go through a bad deal, like something bad happens, and I'm not saying go through a boat wreck because it's not a good deal, but with something like just keep getting back up, get back out there, keep fighting. It's gonna, like, as bad as it is, something good's coming, I promise. Like, after the Hartwell tournament, I sat in Bill Lowen's boat and cried my eyes out because I wanted to quit. Like, I literally didn't think I was good enough to be here. Like, and I've won one of these. And I was sat there and squalled to him. I'm like, dude, I'm not good enough anymore. I can't fish anymore. I can't catch anything.
Well, now you got 2 of them, one on Mother's Day and one on Father's Day. You can't write anything better than that.
You know, it's like a storybook ending is how I feel about it, because, you know, I had the first one on Mother's Day, the second win here. Today's Father's Day, and I, honest to God, truthfully would not be here without them. They're the best parents in the world. I'm so close with them. I talk to them every day, multiple times a day. They've done so much to support me. To win both Elite Series trophies, the day that honors them, just couldn't ask for anything more, and I'm truly grateful.
In 2021, he gave one to his mom. Now he gave one to his dad. Same grit, same drive, same heart. In this sport, ounces define everything. They can separate heartbreak from history. And at Lake Tenkiller, West Logan claimed both, because sometimes the comeback is the story. They call it a lake, but from a bass boat, it feels like an inland ocean. Spanning 430 square miles, shallow and restless, Lake St. Clair is a living, breathing challenge. The water shifts with the wind, the mood changes by the hour, and the fish, well, they're never exactly where you left them. Straddling Michigan and Ontario, Here, blue-collar marinas stand alongside weathered shops, and the stories you hear over 5 a.m. coffee carry the weight of history. This week, that borderland belonged to a 20-year-old from Illinois, Trey McKinney, who came here and rewrote the record books. August 7th, 2025. 24 pounds, 11 ounces, enough to claim the lead before most boats had even checked in. St. Clair had seen big bags before, but this one felt different, calculated.
A lot of it is bottom texture, sand, and mixture of grass. That's the main thing. So if you're good enough with your electronics, with side scan, you can find that bottom composition or that bottom contour that you like and how it sets up. I drop the trolling motor, I go around, find out where they are, and if they're not there, roll on. Oh yeah, there we go. I know it's gonna help, I think. It's a good one. Overall, really good day. We got, you know, mid 23, maybe more. There's not like a big group of boats. Everybody's just kind of sparsed out. Everybody's kind of doing the same thing. Stay on 100 with your trolling motor, gives yourself the best odds to find a big one, because they are not everywhere at all. Super hard to find. Oh my, is that a big one? Oh my gosh. A little bit windier weather doesn't help with throwing real finessey stuff. So it's been kind of a little bit hard to get the bait to them. It's been an incredible day, first off, like really has. You know, we haven't fished a whole lot of our areas, and everywhere we pulled up, we'd caught a good one, caught a good one, caught a good one. Not a bad one.
For most anglers, the off-season is a break. Time to hunt, to rest, to step away from the grind. Trey McKinney had a different idea.
Last year, you know, we put in a lot, just as much work last year and fell a little bit short just because of one mistake, guys. And that's what's kind of like haunting me. You know, we're sitting in here right now in the same position, and there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes. Like all year from, like I said, I would love to duck hunt from when it starts to the end of January, because January is the best month, right? Everywhere, that's where, around where I hunt, that's the best month, but I can't. That's like, I know it, and I know I got to put in the work. And in January, even though the ducks are flying absolutely everywhere, is usually when I hit the road and I take off and I start pre-fishing our first couple events, just so I have it down, know where, kind of know the rhythm, and even maybe not on the water. I know what gas stations to go to. Simple little stuff like that helps the rhythm. I'm a very good rhythm person. Once I find that good thing that I like and I keep going and I keep doing it, I stick with it. So once I find that at a lake, then I know how to practice from in the tournament. So I took the money from Fort and I got me a camper just so I can travel and go all around the world and progressively try to get better and learn new techniques. Like out here, you know, I'm fishing the same place everybody is, and those little techniques that I was able to learn can get me a few more bites, and that's where we're in the position we are now.
Hours of hunting game replaced by hours of refining his game. The kind of prep that turns a good angler into something sharper, more dangerous. Off camera, Trey wasn't scoping ducks. He was hyper-focused with time on the water. And when the season came back around, he was already a step ahead. By day 2, the pressure was building. He knew exactly what was at stake. One misstep could flip the leaderboard. For a young angler, that kind of pressure can rattle the hands.
Possibly the strongest fish I've ever caught. Oh, there's one in my shirt. Well, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I'm gonna try to make it, because if I force it, I know I'm gonna mess it up. I'm just a chill guy. But in the inside, it builds up after a little bit, and sometimes it pops. And that's when you make some not so good decisions.
Last year, AOI slipped through his fingers.
It was like,
This time, Trey wasn't just chasing a win on St. Clair. He was gunning for Angler of the Year.
We're getting better at scooping.
With just one tournament left,
You're hooked good. Leave it alone. It's actually 4 even instead of 315. Oh. But right now we're in this area. I'm about to leave it because I haven't caught, I've caught 4 even, 4 even, 4 even, 4 3, 4 3, which is awesome, great. But right now that's not gonna help us. So I'm about done with my drift here. I think here in a second we're gonna roll out, see if we can go catch us a big one. I mean, that's all we need now. We're just head hunting. Uh-oh. I think that's the goal, because if I want to have a chance to win and stay up there, that's what I gotta have. So they're actually biting really surprisingly good. Like, honestly. There for a little bit, I caught every single fish I saw, and now it's catch one or 2 out of 3. Dude, both them fish I caught on minnow, I was like just.
Dude, you were just.
It's as fast as I could. Like, no minnow works like that, they just swim.
A critical edge for Trey came from mapping and sonar, finding and marking the high percentage spots he believed would pay off from practice.
That's the healthiest one we've ever caught here, I think. So mapping is definitely one of the most important things to bass fishing. You know, I don't know what I'd do without it. You get out there on the main lake, you get lost. And that's a lot of times. There's not much contours here, but when you put enough waypoints on either your Garmin or your Lowrance, and then you can see a pattern maybe with even an angle of how the creek lays or how the bay lays. And that's kind of what's helped me, is I can see where all my waypoints are on my unit, and then I can kind of see what's going on and kind of how it is. It's kind of, instead of a drift, it's a group of fish. You know, it's in a 100-yard area instead of a mile-long stretch. Grab our lips, and we got it.
Saturday's haul, 23 pounds, 15 ounces. His lead stretched to 4 pounds, 10 ounces. A cushion, but no safety net. Lake St. Clair has a way of humbling people. Here, nerves don't just shake you mentally. They steal ounces off the scale. But every so often you catch greatness. In just his 3rd cast of the day, Trey landed a giant.
The begging. Oh my gosh, that's a giant. That's a giant, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. That is a giant. Oh my gosh. 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 Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Ah! I'm about to do a backflip. Yep, I'm done. Dude, that is freaking crazy. A 6-pounder. No. All right, let's go to win. I'm joking. Gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. 6-pounder, dude.
Trey McKinney didn't just come to St. Clair to survive it. He came to master it. For 4 days in August, Trey McKinney was that someone.
Oh my gosh.
And in a place where the wind writes the rules, he left with his name written in history. And his eyes still locked and loaded on something bigger.
We'll see.
Nice.
Right this way.
They're gonna see if he can loan you some muscle.
I know.
Good job, buddy.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Andy.
I am so wore out. About to crash.
96 pounds, 1 ounce. The heaviest 4-day weight in St. Clair history. 5th heaviest smallmouth total in Bassmaster history. In one breath, he celebrated a record. In the next, he was already thinking about his chances for the next title. That's the difference between a big win and a big career. This is La Crosse, Wisconsin, the Upper Mississippi, emerald bluffs, braided backwaters, and a living postcard of green.
Fishing in general on the Mississippi in this area is just, it's so much fun.
Beneath this beauty lies a challenge, and Pat Schlapper knows it well, because it's his backyard. In his first season as a Bassmaster Elite Series champion, he'd already stunned the field at the Sabine River in Texas. Now it was time for a different kind of test. One in front of his own crowd, on the upper end of a river he knows every bend of.
You know, I'm excited. I've been thinking about this tournament since they announced it. Excited to fish it, but I'm also excited for it to be over. I'm gonna try to keep my head in the game, try to stay positive, fish with the instincts I have for this river.
8 events, more than 100 of the best anglers in the world. For a blue-collar man from Eau Claire, it all came down to this marathon. By season's end, Pat Schlapper stood here, on home turf, with a chance to close out one of the most unlikely runs the Bassmaster Elite Series has seen in years.
What we're doing now is definitely not Sabine River-like, but I mean, there's definitely similarities. It's a river system, but that's the thing, in this area they kind of move around and there's a few key spots, but we're gonna give it some time and see what we can come up with. I got a couple other areas up here that had them, but that's the, you know, this place, they don't always stay where you want them to stay. So I'm a little nervous about that, but that's what we got to deal with.
The Upper Mississippi River doesn't give up its secrets with shortcuts. You can find them in the grass, in the seams, in the little changes only eyes and hands can catch.
What a frickin' mess.
A summertime bass fishing playground like this can be deceiving.
How you attack the vegetation all depends on how thick it is, how deep it is. A lot of times duckweed, you're primarily going to be fishing a frog or something on top. If it's real thick and matted up, you might have to punch through it, fish the edges of it, you know, or fish the current breaks around the front of it or the side of it or the back of it. There's just so many different types of vegetation, and the density of it where you're fishing will kind of dictate how you're going to attack it. But that's what makes it fun is, you know, you can have one spot where you're throwing a frog, and then you go to another spot and you're throwing a swim jig through some scattered eelgrass. And then you go to another spot and you're punching some thick matted up coontail. So it's really, really fun. You can't spend a whole lot of time searching for them.
In Pool 7, vast expanses of eelgrass. In Pool 8, dense mats that can swallow up blind casts. Schlapper leaned into that contrast.
I can see there's a wad up there.
In Pool 7, he ran a Big Bite Baits jerk minnow on a 5/0 round bend hook, probing schooling fish. When that didn't answer, he switched to a Spro bronze-eye frog. Bold, loud. No shortcuts.
There we go. In the face. Look at that. That's how you want it. Oh my God, be a bass.
18 pounds, 8 ounces. Day 2, currents jolted. Schlapper recalibrated.
Oh my God.
He ground out 15 pounds, 4 ounces, slid into third. On a river this pretty, the grind is hidden, but it hung heavy in every boat. This was anyone's game to win. By Saturday, the bite tightened. Sun-steeped mats went silent. Anglers started praying for action.
I can't see well enough to cast into the holes I need to cast into, so we're gonna have to wing it for a bit here. Now today I did catch some punching with a heavier weight, and I caught some on a chatterbait, I caught some on a tube, a little bit of everything today just because it was so windy and the conditions were a lot different. Good one, really good one. Yeah, baby. That'll help.
He scratched out 14 pounds, 2 ounces.
That kind of took a little bit of the pressure off of me, and then I just started to concentrate back on, I want to win this tournament.
Come on, baby, come on. Yeah.
It wasn't a statement.
That's a chunk one.
It was a whisper. But another third place kept him alive.
14 pounds.
Championship Sunday. Sky gray, wind whispering through the bluffs. In that calm, Schlapper's usual lock was producing, but not enough to win. They should be scared, he said that morning. It wasn't bravado. It was confidence, born of local knowledge.
That's one of the ones that live here, dude. There we go. I got my little punch area there. I mean, each day I've caught a good one there. I just don't have a lot of confidence in big fish down here. That'll work. Oh my God, be a bass. Come on.
Then instinct. Leave.
Let's roll, baby.
He left safety behind, locked back through, and gambled on fresh water where bass were hiding.
So at each of those lock and dams, there's a dam, but then there's also a locking system to allow ships and barges and recreational traffic to go up or down to different pools. So it's really unique too, because they're not on a schedule. Like, we can't just say, oh, we're gonna lock through at 1 o'clock. It's all dependent on the commercial traffic. The commercial traffic takes precedence. So you could be sitting at the lock, ready to go, think you got time, and then a barge comes up or is within range of where they think they need to start preparing for it, and they will not let you through. I don't know if it's still on there or not. I might do it, dude. I didn't know if I had him or not.
Schlapper lit it up. Explosions tore through the grass. The kind of bite you feel in your chest before you ever see the fish.
Big one. Really big one. Oh, it's a tank. Oh my God, brother. Oh. Holy crap. Oh, clutch move coming here. We got a bag now, boys. Upgrade me, and that's a good one to be, that's a big one to be thrown back.
In minutes, the bag swelled, and with it, the truth. Old school bass fishing still wins on the biggest stage.
He is a 4-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a former Bass Nation national champion. He is a double qualifier for the Bassmaster Elite Series. Took an Elite Series win earlier this year from Wisconsin, Pat Schlapper!
Against all doubt, Pat Schlapper did it. Again.
18 pounds, 7 ounces!
And set a new record-winning weight in a Bassmaster Elite event on the Mississippi River. From a man who once thought he might fall short to a champion in his home state. 2 wins in a season, one earned in dirty Texas grit. This one sealed with grass, green, and hometown resolve.
Here this baby comes.
Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Some may argue the Elite Series is too elite, too exclusive. But this blue trophy wasn't polished by privilege. It was carried by persistence and shared with his kind of people. It was lifted high by a working man from Wisconsin. An angler who walked away from a steady paycheck to chase his biggest dreams and proved on the biggest stage that dream belonged to him. On the mighty Mississippi, where the water can hide its teeth, the blue trophy wasn't won with screens or signals. He won it by instinct, by trusting the river, trusting himself. At the final event of the season, the people's champ brought it home. Proof that for those who still believe in the grind and chase fish the old-fashioned way, Pat Schlapper is proof it still wins.